Okay, I'm back. I guess I'm on a roll. Tongue is mightier than the sword is where I left off. I know people want you to believe that, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Okay, well, you're a good little parrot, but let's talk about reality. What's a pen, or is what was the term? Sting of 1,000 deaths or something like that. Let's say you get punched in the face. Or you get in a car accident, or a tree falls on you, or, whatever. You cut or burn yourself, or you can't see with the light, but whatever, okay? It happens once, and then it heals, and then it goes away, right? That car accident is long gone. That cut, that burn, long gone. That broken leg, it's fixed, gone, like it never even happened. Let's talk about the tongue as the sword. In the venom, malicious venom, a power of words. I'm going to share with you, I've been wanting to tell her this personally, and I was going to write a letter, but I really suck at writing, so I guess I'm just going to tell the story here. Whew! And I'm going to send it to her. And I love you, and thank you. Here goes. I need to... A lesson on judgment. And words. And how dangerous and damning they can be. So, I was a perfect trophy wife, and I had the perfect, matrix controlling man who I did everything he said because that's what you're just supposed to do, and, just look pretty and follow the leader type thing. Don't ask questions because you get punched. Yeah, can you see that scar on my lip? Yeah. Yeah, you can see it now. Okay. So, I was told to avoid these certain people because they're druggies. And they're out to get me. And obviously, because they're druggies, they must be despicable thieves and also pigs and whatever else, right? Well, so I just avoided them like I was told to do, like a good little girl. I didn't do anything mean to them. I didn't, whatever. I just stayed away because I had heard from a trusted source that they were just horrible, horrible people. Oh, and in addition, if they are nice to me, it's because they want to give me drugs and fuck me and traumatize me and abuse me. So I avoided them. A couple years of that later, I found out that I was married to a mob boss. I know. Y'all think, well, how could you do that, not know, and blah, blah, blah. And I'll get into that in other videos, but I want to stay on topic here. I almost forgot the topic. The tongue is mightier than the sword. Okay. So, I find out he's a kingpin. How do I find out? By all these different government agencies beating down my door. And this was really interesting because I happened to be sleeping on the couch that night. I just got really hot and he had gotten home late and I was kind of pissed off because I thought he was cheating on me. That's what I thought at the time because I saw him. I saw him in his parents' house with other women and people I worked with and multiple times, but whatever. So that's what he led me to believe. So that morning, I don't know, 5-something in the morning, hello, trauma, all these agents and big, dude, it was like a movie. Like, is this really happening? And I'm on the couch, naked with a blanket over me. And what the fuck? He was up, actually, getting ready for work and brushing his teeth. And I just remember I saw him fly because they went straight towards him and towards the bathroom, and like a razor and toothbrush went flying, and I'm still just like, huh? Is this even real? And then later, I'm sitting up and I guess they handcuff me just to sit there, just to make sure I'm not going to show them my tits or, I don't know, go after them or something. And they already knew I wasn't part of this because what also came out later is there was a 24-month investigation where they lived behind our garage, and recording and listening, tapping and blah, blah, blah. Every single thing that was going on. So, whatever. Wrong place, wrong time. I stayed with him, getting back to my last video, well, no one else will love me. And, at least there's daddy for the children and blah, blah, blah. And I was trying to get away, but I was afraid. I didn't want to end up, say, like me today, right? I was afraid of that. Whatever. So I stayed with a guy I thought was cheating on me. As it turned out, all of these women were some of his drug runners. They were not, it was the largest drug raid history or bust, whatever, history in Utah's history, but I think multiple states, but definitely Utah. 19 no-knock warrants all at the same time. And all of these people, I thought they were my friends. They were my coworkers. They were the cook. They were Bobin, the cab driver, the electrician, all of these people. I kind of thought they were the cooks, the manager, who else? The hostess. Like, they were doing this whole operation out of the restaurant in his parents' house, and I didn't know. And he had his own house, and I had mine, but we lived together. It's just his house was more of a museum. God, I don't know, whatever. So I've learned a lot since then, obviously. But so I woke up, it was December, I guess, 2000, was that one? No, 2002. And that's when I found out that everything I was living was a total lie and blah, blah, blah. Of course, I still didn't really believe it. But irregardless, I believed what my loved and trusted man told me about these horrible people I am to avoid. So, guess what happened 24 hours later? So, the house and everything's all over the news, and they're like, oh, fuck. He's in jail, restaurant shut down, I'm a single mother, winter dependent, but my job was there, blah, blah, blah. I get a knock on my door. Who is it? One of these horrible people. Yeah, what are they there for? Oh my God, Christie, I am so sorry about what happened. I know you didn't know. I am so sorry. What can I do to help? Here, give me your bills. Here's a little cash. Let me fix your car for you. By the way, if you need a ride anywhere, whatever. In fucking winter. I took buses and walked and did what I could, got my children to school, got another job, this and that. I ended up selling cars. But they, who were the ones driving me around and making sure that I got to interviews and got to get my BCI reports and picked up my children from school. Those horrible, horrible people that I was instructed to avoid. So, why was I instructed to avoid these people? Oh, maybe because they knew the truth that I was the trophy wife married to the mob, drug deal. Dude, these charges were like 11 words in them, like criminal conspiracy. He's basically a kingpin. Okay, I didn't know that. And like when I called and they're like telling me the charges, I'm like, what does this even mean? Oh, well, he's a mob boss. Oh. What the? Who was there to help me? Yeah, so I learned a huge lesson on judgment and how powerful the sword, the tongue, really is. Fast forward a few years later. As many of you know who watch my videos regularly, I exposed a sex trafficking ring, then I became the devil, and then all of a sudden I'm slandered all over, everywhere, including national news. And if it wasn't for Anna Nicole Smith dying the day she did, I would have been the number one story. I was number two. Anna. Then Christie. Yep. Okay, so now all of a sudden, everywhere I went, people were completely justified in keying my car, slashing my tires, throwing rocks at me and my children, beating us up, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and everything that's happened since, right? Why? Because of words. Those words that cut you over and over, thousands and thousands of deaths, that force you out of towns, that force you out of minimum wage jobs that you're finally able to feed yourself with, that force you, Any of you seen my journey? And I'm just one tiny little example. I know many people that have been lied about in their life, whether it was from a jealous ex-lover or, whatever, right? Admit that. That shit hurts. And it hangs on for years, decades, century. And now with the advent of the internet, thank you, Google, you take part in people being slandered maliciously, and completely destroying their lives and job prospects for eternity. And, of course, their history, their legacy, their everything. It's the Akashic Records, right? And whatever is written or spoken is true. Oh, if you're an expert, of course, right? If you're, say, an alternative media, or you're a blogger or a podcaster, yeah? Or you're just some corrupt whoever that can write fake press releases and news articles and put other people's names on them. Don't be fooled. Be wise with your words, what you say, when, to whom, how. And I know we're not perfect, and I certainly am not even close. I'm a Virgo Sag. I can be very harsh and direct. And I mean, it's not my intent. I certainly don't intend to harm, but I am aware of sometimes that maybe my tone can seem insensitive or whatever. So, whatever. When I do become aware of that, or if somebody brings it to my awareness, then obviously I want to rectify it, because it isn't my intent. But look, most of the shit you think you know, everything you think you know in life, was told to you by somebody else. Was it a teacher? Was it a historian? Was it a politician? Was it a pastor? Was it your parent? Is it true? How do you know it's true? You based your entire life off of what somebody told you. And that's why it is so easy. Elementary school, right? You learn how to follow the leader. Simon Says, Mother May I. We just accept what we're told is actual fact. And we don't even verify. We don't verify anything. And never do we actually go to the person and discuss it with them. No, we're just told that person is the devil. That person did this. And whoever toots the loudest horn or writes the most fake blogs or whatever, that's who wins. And that's who you are for the rest of your life. I seriously can tell you several dozen stories, but I'm not going to. But with the exact same principle. People knew me, loved me, were in my home, I fed them, I cared for them, my home, their home, etc. And then they heard from a stranger who wrote a blog on an internet, a stranger. They heard that I was all these horrible things. Well, guess what? And then there goes the Hate Christie Club, and Christie gets kicked out of town, and she can no longer be served in local restaurants and bars. Huh, Kevin? And, yeah? And they feel justified, of course. So, I just really want you to understand. There is power in words. There's energy behind it. There's intention behind it. And isn't that where what? Everything starts with a thought and then the word. And so it is. Word, sword, spelling. I don't call it spelling for nothing, okay? That is a sword, and you can use it to cut like a knife. You can say something that's not even true to your loved one in a fit of rage or pain or sadness or whatever. And those can cause deep wounds. So I'm just asking, please be mindful what you share, what you listen to, what you believe, how you affect people. You can't just believe everything you're told, okay? Verify something. If you're told something horrible about your best friend or the new girl in town or this politician or actor or whatever, whoever is in your life, if you're told something horrible about somebody's dog, do you actually fucking know it to be true? And even if you do, does that give you the right to go attack them for something that never even happened to you? And if it isn't true, what kind of person are you that can be so easily led that you would feel that it's okay to attack another stranger, whether you're online, trolling my videos or you know what I mean, or in real life? What kind of person are you that is so easily led and misled that you'll just believe anything a stranger or somebody in a suit says, especially online, with no actual direct experience? Lori, I have never forgotten that lesson, and it's been almost, what year are we in? We're in 15 years. And I am so sorry that I got it years ago, and then we weren't in touch, and I didn't know how to tell you, and then when we got in touch, I've been wanting to share this with you. Not all of the blah, 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 but just how you were instrumental in the experience and blessings of what you brought into my life, that you really showed me about judgment, believing other people, including so-called trusted sources. And I'm just sorry that I judged you. I really am. So I hope that, and I know you forgive me. I love you, my sweet sister. I can't wait to hug you again. Thank you for everything that you did for us back then. And, yeah, I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm sorry to anyone that I'm thinking. I can't even really think of anyone or anything specific right this second. But if I have misjudged you in the past, especially based on somebody else's words, like a trusted source, I am really sorry. So I know it doesn't feel good. And it is everything. So, I'm sorry. Thank you for listening.